the first African-American poet who showed her expressions in her words.
Achievements in her life in itself is inspiring.
I think because of the way she captures the reality around her in a different way is captivating.
First African-American woman to inspire women as well as men to go forward with their dreams.
Born May 8, 1753 in West Africa, Phyllis grew with her family in Senegal and Gambia. Unfortunately, at the age of 7, she was abducted from her home and sold into slavery. Taken in as a domestic slave by the Wheatleys, it was there that she grew into great knowledge.
I feel more or less it was the slave master's daughter who was more intelligent than she was, that was actually very fond of her to teach her what she was learning along the way.
With the new ability to read and write, with the help of Shannon Wheatley, Phyllis learned more than she ever thought she would. Her favorite book became the Bible, and with its reassurance, she wrote straight from the heart and onto a piece of paper, producing her first set of poems.
Just figured, that her intelligence was no longer to be hidden, and then let her go ahead to start to express her feelings on paper.
The Wheatleys saw her potential and wanted to share it with the world. People loved Phyllis's poems so much they inquired for her to read to them at teas and ceremonies. Phyllis enjoyed people hearing her poems and wanting to read them, but not like this. Colonists opposed Phyllis's writings being printed in magazines, but the Wheatleys wouldn't give up on her. With connections to Archibald Bell, an avid follower of Phyllis's, the Wheatleys were able to get her work printed in London. The Phyllises set sail and traveled all the way to London. It was during the trip that Phyllis realized an aching in her chest. It would later be diagnosed as chronic asthma. In London, her popularity skyrocketed. All of London knew of her writings and called her a genius. Benjamin Franklin, who was visiting at the time, couldn't miss the opportunity. He met with her and they talked of her stay, but she rejected him. Deep loyalty lay in the people that helped her this far. Benjamin understood and let her know that he would always be there for her. Eventually, she returned home, where she continued to serve the Wheatleys until the head lady's death. She lived solemnly in her home. Married to Peters, a heavily in debt man, she gave birth to 3 sons. Sadly, none lived. Her poems continue to inspire millions. George Washington even met with her and asked for her guidance in freeing slaves as well as letters for when he gave speeches. She died at 31 years to an asthma attack on December 5, 1784.